Hey guys, it's Trainer Liam here. Let's do the quickest MetroMania introduction ever, so make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Use code ACEMONEY off G Fuel. It's Heat 5, go!
In the last episode of Metromania, we saw Lucario reign victorious over Heracross. Heracross, unfortunately, just could not cut it, but make sure if you haven't seen those battles, go back and watch them. They were absolutely breathtaking. Lucario moves on to face Hitmontop in the quarterfinals, and we still have 4 quarterfinalists left to discover, and we're going to discover one of them this week as Mienshao takes on Machamp. Here it is, Mienshao versus Machamp. It's pure fighting versus pure fighting. Is that the first time in this tournament we have pure fighting versus pure fighting? Possibly, maybe. Answers on a postcard, let me know in the comments below. I'm fairly sure it is. I'm almost 100% sure. But who cares? Mienshao is going to start things off. Shiny Mienshao gearing up, getting ready, going for Tar Shot, which is going to make, it's going to make Shiny Machamp weaker to fire type attacks and lower its speed by 1 stage. So that is now the slowest thing on the field, that green Machamp. Over to regular Mienshao. Of course, the Mienshao team are the faster of the two and have better special attack, but Machamp is just slightly better in physical attack. And there's Machamp taking that tiny bit of damage there. Not a great deal. Over to regular Machamp to start things off for its team, going for Assurance, which is not going to do a great deal to a pure fighting type Pokemon. Although saying that, that's a testament to the strength of Machamp. Of course, Mienshao does not have very good physical defense. That much can definitely be said. And here's a super effective Psy Strike from Shiny Machamp onto Shiny Mienshao, and that is a huge amount of damage. More than half its max HP gone already, thanks to that Psy Strike from Shiny Machamp. This could be very dangerous for Mienshao. It's going to be a little bit fragile, isn't it? Going for Phantom Force, though, is regular Mienshao, so it's going to disappear for a little bit. Although special defense-wise, again, Machamp has the special defense advantage as well, to be honest. Here's an Ice Shard, though, from Shiny Mienshao onto the regular Machamp there, for a tiny little bit of damage there. Not a great deal. Over to the regular Machamp, though. What's it going to do? It's going to go for Tailwind and increase its team's speed. Although, do remember that its partner Pokemon, Shiny Machamp, is at -1 speed. So, we'll see how that factors in. If the Tailwind can still be effective, even with that speed drop. We see Acid coming out. It's going to be avoided by the Mienshao that's disappeared. But Shiny Mienshao is going to eat that Acid right there for a decent chunk of damage. Doesn't get the special defense drop, though. So, lucky for Mienshao, to be honest. So now we're going to see, the Machamp, certainly the non-Shiny Machamp is definitely the fastest thing on the field with that Tailwind up. Going for Iron Defense, going to increase its physical defense by 2 stages. Not a bad shout there at all. The more defensive bulk you can give yourself, the longer you're going to last. And there's the Phantom Force doing a great deal of damage there from Mienshao onto that Shiny Machamp there. And a little critical hit, just for a little bit of extra oomph. Over to Shiny Mienshao now, who is going to go for Play Nice and lower the attack stat of the regular Machamp there. Not a bad play at all. Lowering this very physical Pokemon's attack stat is going to be a very, very helpful thing indeed. And now we see the Shiny Machamp going for Zap Cannon. It's avoided by Mienshao. Curse that accuracy. Curse that Flash Cannon. Flash Cannon? Zap Cannon's accuracy. Flash Cannon, of course, being a Steel-type move that hits a lot more often than Zap Cannon does. Here's Spore from the regular Machamp there onto the Shiny Mienshao. Going to put that Shiny Mienshao straight to sleep. Shiny Mienshao is not going to take any further part in this battle for the time being, at least. Regular Mienshao is going to have to work on its own for the moment, and it's going to go for a Steel Wing onto the Shiny Machamp there for a good deal of damage, putting it in the danger zone, though. Critical hit once again. This is great for that regular Mienshao, really holding its own. Of course, Shiny Mienshao fast asleep because of that Spore. Over to Shiny Machamp, who's going to go for Head Smash, avoided by Mienshao. That's unfortunate. Mienshao is in a really good position right now, compared to the Shiny Machamp at least. Regular Machamp's in a pretty decent position as well, especially after giving that Spore to the Shiny Mienshao. Going for Play Rough, that will be super effective on the healthy Mienshao, who now looks very unhealthy, sitting in the danger zone. Shiny Mienshao is fast asleep. Over to regular Mienshao, who really needs to retaliate here. Going to go for Thunder Wave. It's going to try and paralyze and succeed in paralyzing the Shiny Machamp. I'd have gone for the healthier Machamp, to be honest. So Shiny Machamp may be paralyzed going forward. Not this turn, though, where it's going to get ready and go for that Metronome and go for Memento. It's going to knock itself out in order to reduce the attack and special attack of the Awake Mienshao. That's a great play there. Attack and special attack down by 2 stages. Shiny Machamp says bye-bye, but it probably doesn't care because the damage has already been done. The Tailwind is gone, so Machamp is back to being the slowest thing on the field, but it's in a really healthy position right now. You've got one severely weakened Mienshao, and I was going to say one that's asleep, but it's just woke up. Shiny Mienshao wakes up, gets ready, goes for Confuse Ray. That is not good for Machamp. Machamp is now going to be confused and could potentially hit itself in confusion going forward. Not great for Machamp. It's now, the tides have turned a little bit. Machamp is now in a little bit of danger here. Regular Mienshao is ready though, and it's going to go for Giga Drain, try and restore some of that HP by sapping it from Machamp, but not much damage at all. It's a -2 special attack, so of course it did barely anything. Restoring about 9 hit points of damage there, so it must have done about 18 on Machamp, I think. Machamp is confused and hits itself. It's not looking good, is it, for Machamp right now? Both the Mienshao are sitting pretty right now. They are in kind of a zone where Machamp could take them out with a single hit at this point, but they've definitely got the advantage right now. We see Swift from Shiny Mienshao onto that Machamp, just chipping away at the HP of Machamp, but they probably want to bust out something a little bit stronger if they're going to take this thing down. Going for Will-O-Wisp, which is going to land. That is crippling for Machamp. That is going to half its... Wait, no! I just realized this is the regular Machamp, which means Guts is now in play. Regular Machamp's primary ability is Guts, which means the burn is not going to affect its attack stat. The burn will chip away at it turn after turn after turn, but its attack stat is going to be increased thanks to that Guts ability, and the fire, the burn will not reduce it. Here's Fairy Wind, though, from Shiny Mienshao. That's going to be super effective. How much damage will it do to Machamp? It does a great deal. Puts it in danger of being knocked out by that burn. Machamp needs a miracle right now. Here's the regular Mienshao, who is going to go for Focus Energy, looking to land a critical hit on the next turn, if it even goes to a next turn because of that burn damage. Machamp has an opportunity here. It's got to do something. Snaps out the confusion. It needs to take out both these Pokemon, if not one this turn and then the other next turn. Goes for Shift Gear. I don't know how wise that was. It is going to increase its speed, though, so it might become faster than the other two and get an attack increase, I believe. Speed rose sharply. Yep, attack rose by 1 stage. There's the burn damage. It's not enough to take down Machamp, so it may have an opportunity. If it goes for something like an Earthquake now, it will be all over. What is Machamp going to do? If it doesn't land something good this turn, it is going to lose the first round. Burning Jealousy. I believe that's a special attack, though. Huge... decent, well, I was going to say huge hit, but it's a decent hit, putting both Mienshao in the danger zone, but it's not quite enough. Burn Up fails on the Shiny Mienshao. Regular Mienshao, it can do literally anything this turn. I think that burn damage is taking out the Machamp. Goes for Confide. It knows it doesn't need to attack. That's the secret that it is telling its opponent there. Special attack goes down. There's the burn damage. Round 1 goes to Mienshao. Machamp's back is against the wall, and it now needs to get a victory if it wants to equalize and take this to a 3rd round where they will have an opportunity to claim a place in the quarterfinals. It's all up to Mienshao right now to just dominate. That's what Mienshao's MO needs to be. It needs to take Machamp out now, send it into a Pride round for the 3rd round. Leech Seed start off, but it's avoided by Shiny Machamp, but that would have been a great play for turn 1 from Shiny Mienshao. Regular Mienshao is going to go for Beat Up, which will do 2 hits because there's 2 Pokemon on this team, but it's not very effective. So 2 not very effective hits there on Shiny Machamp. Critical hit, though. And now it's over to the Machamp team to start off round 2. So Shiny Machamp will begin this time as opposed to the regular, and it's going to go for Forest's Curse and add the Grass type to Mienshao, Shiny Mienshao there. So Shiny Mienshao is now Grass and Fighting, which does bode well if the Machamp team can get a Flying type move off. Here's Powder Snow from Machamp, which will be super effective on Shiny Mienshao there. Great hit. And freezes Shiny Mienshao. It's not a good round to be Shiny Mienshao right now. Stuck frozen solid. It's weak to ice type moves now because of the grass. It's still frozen solid. It ain't going to thaw out just yet. So it's over to regular Mienshao. All the status conditions on that poor Shiny Mienshao through this battle. Goes for Power Split. Don't know how great of a choice that was to make. You should have gone for an offensive move or something. Sharing your power with the target is not what you want to be doing right now. You want to be going on the attack because your partner Pokemon is a sitting duck right now. Psycho Shift on the Shiny Machamp does fail, and regular Machamp goes for Crush Claw onto the regular Mienshao for a great deal of damage there. Down goes the defense by 1 stage. This does not bode well for Mienshao. They're in a dangerous position right now. They got 1 Pokemon that's about to be knocked out. They got 1 Pokemon that can't even move because it's frozen solid. Let's see what Mienshao comes out with. It's going to go for Sand Tomb, which is not a bad play. That's pretty decent. That means that's going to deal consistent damage at the end of each turn for the time being to that regular Machamp. Shiny Mienshao is free from the ice. It's thawed out. And it's going to go for Memento, which is a really bad play right now. At this stage of this battle, Memento is a terrible idea. Reducing the attack and special attack 2 stages apiece on the regular Machamp, but knocking itself out in the process. It was at almost full health. Now we just got 1 Mienshao versus 2 Machamp. And that's not wise at all. So here's Steel Roller, but that does fail from regular Machamp over to Shiny Machamp. What's it going to do here? Going to go for Retaliate. How much damage will that deal to this -1 defense Mienshao? It's a great deal of damage, and it takes down Mienshao. Mienshao is gone. It's 1 apiece. Machamp really have turned this battle around. They just need 1 more round like that, and they're going to the quarterfinals. That was absolutely fantastic by Machamp. That was the showing they should have had in the first round. But now they've really got to prove themselves. They've got to prove that lightning can strike twice. Same for Mienshao. They were successful in the first round. Can they be successful in this third round? We see Magnet Rise starting off from Shiny Mienshao. Going to be immune to ground type moves for the next few turns. Will that work in its favor? I guess we'll find out. What will regular Mienshao do as its first move of the final round? Goes for Fire Lash. Not a bad move at all. Great hit on Shiny Machamp, great deal of damage, and of course gets the defense drop by 1 stage. Turnabout is fair play. That kind of happened in the previous battle with the Crush Claw. Shiny Machamp is going to fire back with Terrain Pulse, but there is no terrain in effect. So I believe that ends up as a normal type move, I'm pretty sure. Dealing a decent amount of damage there to regular Mienshao. And now regular Machamp is going to go for Spikes, which is a waste of a turn. Completely useless in Metromania there, so not a great play by regular Machamp. We are now waiting for the Mienshao team to make their next move. Shiny Mienshao will take this turn. And what is it going to do? It's going to go for Charge. Okay, fair play, you know what? That's not a bad shout. Start on the defensive, take the offensive route later in the battle. So that is going to increase its special defense by 1 stage, which will, that'll help it out a little bit, I suppose. Doesn't have as good special defense as the Machamp team. Here's Double Edge, though, from regular Mienshao. Huge damage to Shiny Machamp, puts it in the danger zone. A ton of recoil damage, though, as well. That would have been boosted in power if it would have been the Shiny Mienshao doing that, because, of course, its hidden ability is Reckless. Here's Prismatic Laser, which will be super effective from the Shiny Machamp there onto Shiny Mienshao. Massive damage. Not quite enough to take it down, though. So Shiny Mienshao does live to fight another day. Regular Machamp is going to go for Flail, which with its HP quite high, that's not going to do a great deal there to Mienshao. Flail isn't the greatest move out there, to be honest. Let's be realistic. Flail ain't that great. What's going to happen now for these 2 teams? Shiny Mienshao is gearing up. It is ready. It's going to go for Rock Tomb. We love Rock Tomb. And is it going to get the speed drop? It should do. It's Rock Tomb. So we see... Oh, wait. Is it? There's the speed drop. So now -1 speed on regular Machamp. Here's regular Mienshao, though. What's on its mind here? What's it going to do? Going to go for Brine, which is double in power if it's on a Pokemon with less than half its max HP. I mean, Shiny Machamp was never living that anyway. Critical hit as well. Down goes Shiny Machamp after that really, absolutely fullest you could possibly have power Brine. Over to regular Machamp. What can it do here? Going to go for Echoed Voice. If it could fire off a bunch of those in succession, it would slowly increase in power. Not the case this time, though. There's the critical hit, though, taking Mienshao down to less than half its max HP. But the Mienshao team are looking a little bit unhealthy. This is very similar, eerily similar to the first round of this battle. We see Clear Smog coming out from Shiny Mienshao there. So that is going to remove any stat changes on Machamp. I believe it removes positive stat changes. Does it remove negative as well? Let me know in the comments. And regular Mienshao is going to go for Solar Beam. It's going to absorb some light and fire off that Solar Beam on the next turn. Machamp really needs to bring out the big guns right now. What's it going to do? It has an opportunity. This is for a place in the quarterfinals. Goes for Clanging Scales. That means it's now at -2 defense, by the way, because Clanging Scales will reduce its defense 1 stage. It needs 1 more big hit on these Mienshao, and it's won this battle. It's in such a good position right now. It just needs 1 good turn, but Mienshao is going to go Wing Attack. Oh my god, Shiny Mienshao with the Wing Attack, taking out Machamp. Machamp is gone. Mienshao is going through to the quarterfinals, and I did not see that coming, to be honest. That was quite the surprise. So let's take a look and see how the brackets shape up now that Mienshao has claimed its place in the quarterfinals. Of course, next week we're going to find out its opponent because Passimian is going to take on Sirfetch'd. Who do you think is going to win that battle? Let me know in the comments below. And of course, don't forget, tune in next week.
So that'll do it for another episode of Metromania. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. If you'd like to support the channel like the beautiful people down here, do pledge to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/AceTrainerLiam. And to save money on G Fuel, use code ACE. But until next time, I'm Ace Trainer Liam. Keep on training.